Very nice.
Was that clear enough?
I think
We're going to go with
all
it.
3 mics. To
Welcome to Grounded Reality.
Good evening.
A Metaverse podcast for you.
Namaste.
Yeah, trying to make it all simple and that. Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
simple in that. Exploring the fast-growing sector together.
Yeah.
The fast-growing sector. Yes.
Together.
That's very true.
It's moving
It is moving.
too
It is
quickly.
going very
Um,
fast.
And that's why we're here.
It is.
To, dissolve, absorb the information of the internet.
And then share it to you people in nice, simple,
spurt it out. in,
relatively simple terms.
yeah.
We're hoping. Well, we're trying our best anyway. Anyway,
This is
This is true.
this is the rerun.
yeah, I was gonna say this is rerun of what, 3rd time now?
If
Because
you-
we got a little
If you
a little
pay-
Test
hand.
run.
If you
That's
pay
right.
premium on
Stupid rum.
Patreon, there you go. You'll get access
I was gonna
to
say you
it.
could see the original episode where we talk about many interesting things.
Price on contact.
Yeah,
Which we won't delve into this time.
no,
but
we're gonna be nice and formal.
we're just going to dive into it.
We are. So, we are Sairo. We are a company based in the northwest of England, and we specialise in photogrammetry and, photogrammetry, object location scanning.
A Metaverse development.
And we are a Metaverse development company.
You can tell which bit excites Will the most.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, that's very true. Scanning, yay! It's made up of us 3, which is James, Will, and Matty. We've been a business for about a year now, and thought it would probably be appropriate to start trying to explain some of the things we do in simple terms, because it's not an overly easy place to kind of step into at the moment.
Not self-explanatory.
It's not very
No.
self-explanatory. There's a lot of crazy terms, and we want to try and
There's a lot of
open it up
crazy
for you guys.
places, and I think it's
Mm.
just going to be getting even crazier over the next. Oh my god, what is that?
Was that you? I don't even know.
That-
I don't think it was my phone.
That was Was that you?
Oh shit! No, it was me. Sorry.
Was
I
that you?
accidentally pinged my phone. I apologise. Cut it out. Cut it
Wait,
out.
wait. We were talking about the fast-growing sector of the metaverse
Mm.
and kind of what we'll be exploring, I guess.
Yeah. So.
We'll be looking through metaverse platforms,
Mhm.
crypto a little bit, maybe a delve into crypto,
Yeah, well,
We'll see how that goes.
you know what's going to happen here.
and off the back
God,
of
I
that,
know. God, I know.
NFTs. What else are we going to be looking at, James?
What have you just gone through?
Metaverse platforms, crypto, NFTs.
You'll find that James is
What
quite
else?
forgetful.
What else?
Hang on.
Actually,
have to do?
interesting developments from companies. I think
You're not even
a lot
letting
of
let me
them-
bloody
A
answer
lot
this.
of them are throwing curveballs out there, kind of like,
They are?
yeah.
Who's throwing out curveballs?
I mean, every single brand at the moment under the sun have started in some way developing their own kind of metaverse communities.
Yeah, it is certainly curious how quickly they're trying to jump onto it. Even though, as I say, I don't think that there's a good enough metaverse platform yet.
Go on, why?
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because you hear it in all the conversations that are happening on crypto discussions online and NFT discussions from senior developers that they believe in the vision, but they don't believe it's here yet, because a lot of the platforms that exist are just multiplayer games, basically. So they don't actually have real tangibility, if that's the word, with what the idea of the metaverse will be.
And what is that?
What is that? How would you define that?
Put it as simple as possible.
It's basically the principle that as we all have ownership over things in the real world, and that's accountable to us, you have the same in a digital format. It is the idea that you do that in a 3D space, like we are now in 3D space, but in physical 3D space we can move our bodies through space and all this sort of stuff. It's not like a screen, which is something that is
So like an
two-dimensional.
extension of our physical realities.
It isn't. Yes and no, because that's just an extension of our physical realities. Is just part of it. It's in some cases it could be a completely new reality.
We're getting deep.
We're getting
Straight
really
in
deep,
there.
Straight in, yeah.
But the point, this is the problem. It has to go deep because that is what's at stake. That's what the reality. That is the reality of it.
But
The grounded
Ironically.
reality. The
That's
grounded
it.
reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
So-
our approach to it. So to answer the question broadly, that is the answer to it. But our position on it is that we see benefit and real
Importance more than anything.
so we put importance on grounding it through the means of 3D scanning high res in high
Physical
res.
objects that are very unique.
Well, that's the thing, not just physical objects but physical locations and people.
So let's pull back the layers a little bit there. What is grounded reality?
As
The
What is
podcast.
grounded reality?
What is grounded reality as a podcast?
I don't think it's defined yet what it's going to truly be. It's hosted by 3 people who run Sairo,
Yeah.
and Sairo could end up being 10 people, in 5 years or 2 years.
My
or...
perception of this podcast is we believe as a 3 that to go forward we need to ground whatever the metaverse may be with an aspect of the physical realm.
And it's more educating as well.
Yeah,
That's the
I'm
big
bringing
thing.
bringing it down to earth a little bit more than some of your overly technical whizzes on the
Yeah.
internet.
You get one extreme or the other on the internet at the moment. You get highly technical people who just splurt everything technical at you, or you get the complete opposite where it's you are the user interacting with it.
Yeah.
So you don't get the middle. You don't.
I won't lie to
see
you.
that.
Well, we wanna chat to those people. But we also wanna have this kind of simple mindset as well,
Well, it's
and this
simplifying it.
simplifying it and just kind of learning together, learning as a 3, and as a community of grounded reality.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's getting the plugs in, isn't he, today?
He is getting the plugs
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Discord open when?
Discord, yeah.
When's
the
that?
grounded reality
When's that?
Discord? But yeah, to be honest with you, one thing that is probably a good thing to do is actually kind of introduce ourselves as individuals.
Ooh.
Now,
It's always good fun, this bit, innit?
It's always the best bit. We can start from obviously my.
What's
fella
this?
over here.
Left to right.
Left to right, mate. Left to right. It's always the way to do things.
Do I have to give them a full
James.
name?
No, don't give them.
Oh, thank God.
Jesus.
Your name's is James.
So my name is James.
My name's James.
My name James.
What do you do, James?
Oh God. My name James. My name is James.
Yes, that's correct.
So basically, I finished school. I didn't go to grammar. That's part of another conversation, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't go to a grammar school. I didn't bother with the normal education system. I went more for a BTEC.
Ooh.
Down with the kids, and I studied a media production course. So I did a lot of work in sort of a film, TV orientated course. That
Cameras?
Sorry,
Cameras?
I know, right? I know. Considering what I'm like now with them, they're not my thing as much anymore. I enjoy them for the principles of how we use them in Sairo, but for film, not so much. But I mean, that principle is something that led me into doing a foundation course, which was focused on graphic design, and then that led me into a full graphic design course down in London. So I studied there for 3 years, and I graduated during COVID. And because of COVID, obviously it shook things up. It put things in different perspectives.
The system spat you out
The system
and let
Whoa.
you.
Now that is a deep conversation.
Now we're getting deep already.
That is a deep conversation.
Let you get on with your life.
Let me get on with my life. Yeah. Well, the amazing
No,
thing
you
is
were
that
one of those that didn't want to just follow the normal norm and
I
kind of go
believe
down
in
that
weird
and-
things, don't I? Will like
Well, you're just a forward thinker.
yeah.
But me and James have known each other since we were in school, so we've known each other for what? God, so many years now.
Like,
Since we were like 12. So
it'd be
what?
like,
12 years.
Yeah, it'd be like 12 years now.
So, yeah, not
Well,
like
what
aging
class-
ourselves.
What
at the moment.
English class were we in? The
What?
bottom line dummies class.
Well, dummies class. Yeah, to be fair, we
dummies
were.
class?
D.
We,
Did
we were
they
in
notice
set
that you
three.
had dyslexia as well?
Yeah, I was like
right.
diagnosed as a kid.
They didn't bloody know.
Dyslexia.
Yeah, it's really good. So we're all
Dyslexia.
dyslexic.
That's why we want to be on a podcast.
That's it, because we're better at talking than we are at writing.
The medium is much better. Yeah,
It's easier.
and it is a little bit of a superpower.
Yeah.
So it probably makes
one
us good at what we
segment
do.
of our podcast will be the spelling test.
Shit.
Brilliant.
No, I'm all right. What
How
we
do
try
you
to
spell metaverse?
METAVRS. Metaverse.
Metaverse.
Well, anyway, I
Oh, yeah,
digress.
we di- yeah,
Yeah,
we're
you're probably
digressing a little
pulling
bit
off
there.
a tangent there, aren't you?
But
Bloody
yeah,
hell.
So you
But I
kind
mean,
of-
so
yeah.
with COVID,
Bring
with
it back.
COVID, you
Ground it.
So you're talking about the principle of that I think differently. It's the principle that COVID put you in perspective of appreciating what you had in the moment because you couldn't really think about what you had in the future. That in its sense made me realise the skills that I had in the time and my love for the art. It is an art form and a technical skill of photogrammetry. It is very easy to pick up, but people don't assume it to be.
Don't give away our secrets.
It's part of giving away the secret though, because it's something that should be shared with other people.
Yeah.
We just want to do it better than everybody else. And there you
Which
go.
is why we
Are you,
spend
are you happy with that plug?
Yeah, which is why James and spends hours just finding out different workflows that work.
Shouting at me.
Yeah, shouting at Matty.
And then he shouts back.
Yeah, and then everyone gets upset.
You haven't taught me yet, James.
And he's actually developed the workflow about 4 versions beyond what we were originally thinking. So.
Yeah,
Hey,
well, it's,
we want
we want to do it
Pete.
properly.
peak
Yeah, we want to
photogrammetry scanning.
We
You want,
do
yeah,
wanna
but
be the
we
best
so
out of it.
we're trying to match AAA game studios, and by that I mean the game studios that do the same sort of quality of work as like Avengers films, that sort of level, essentially. So that's what we want to copy, and we want to give to. What's the right word? We want to sort of
Give access to businesses.
yeah, we want to make it a bit of a lower level of entry.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, the technology.
Your marketing
Yeah.
companies
It's the,
sell
it's-
into
yeah.
the people.
Yeah. It's more the technology is now accessible and usable if you know how to use it.
If you
And
know
it's
how to use
kind
it.
of then
And we want to
developing-
share that knowledge.
we do want to share that knowledge, and we do want to progress the industry and get more people involved in it, because ultimately it is going to be an internet style
Yeah.
thing. When Bill Gates was sat on, I can't remember what show it was, when he was talking
Oh,
about
you've
the
seen it
internet.
as well.
Yeah, when he's talking about the internet, and he's like, "This is the next big thing." It's
Oh
that
yeah, it
sort-
was on Letterman, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
Lemon.
think so. Yeah,
It was on
but
Lemon.
it's that sort of level, isn't it? And it's kind of just getting on the bus before it
Well, it feels
disappears.
really. I think it's felt clear for a number of years, and you've got virtual reality and all this sort of stuff coming in. And you've got augmented reality.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have a single word to define it. Again, it wasn't accessible enough. The word metaverse, when it's adopted by a big enough entity such as Facebook, becomes instantly accessible because it's forced into people's faces, essentially. Unfortunately, because in some from certain perspectives, what Facebook is doing with it is not really
Yeah,
what people want, which
and the
I get.
internet had a few years to evolve and then be adapted into workflows, whereas the metaverse is now just. I mean, it's been there,
Well, I
in the
suppose it's
background.
been born on the internet, isn't
but
it?
now it's like in your face.
But the whole idea of the internet initially was just to transfer information. It was nothing more, nothing
Yeah.
less. It was a case
Yeah.
of
Which
and it was able
proves-
to grow with people.
and the more
Yeah.
people who got involved and realised the potential of what they had, the more things that sprouted and the more things that kind of developed.
Yeah.
and
So
then
that little segment
people
there
got
is something
creative.
you can get chopped out because technically we still haven't even got to him.
I was going to say, yeah. So
Yeah.
I was going. We could kind of move on to me now. So my name's Will.
Hi, Will.
Hi. Me and James, like I said before, I've known each other since school. Matty, I've known in similar circles, which we won't go on to on this podcast. But yes,
Why not? Why
the
not?
initial introduction between me and Matty's
What was it?
was kind
It was
of
interesting.
interesting.
Oh, right.
But yeah,
A roller coaster.
yeah, a bit of a
teenage
roller,
years.
yeah, teenage years.
As everybody's are.
So we've obviously known each other for a long time. I'm basically more the technical hands-on person in terms of engineering style things. So I went to sixth form. I decided initially to go down the route of education and kind of potential university and all that sort of thing.
Academic education.
Yeah, the academic side of things, which as a person, I'm not an academic. I don't sit there and read books and do all this sort of stuff. I'd rather go outside and learn how to weld or learn how to build things. That's kind of what my brain likes. So I went to sixth form, kind of thought, nope, this is not for me, so I left. I then went into mechanical engineering, worked for a motorsport team for a few years, working on UK Clio Cup cars, whilst doing my apprenticeship at the same time, because obviously that pays whilst you're doing your education, so I thought that's the best combination to do. And then we kind of get to the point of me moving more into sales. So I work in service industry in the automotive sector, so it's kind of more I'm a service advisor at the moment, basically. So
you have worked with motorsport teams as well.
Well, yeah, I have. Yeah, so it's kind of like my specialty lies more in sales and kind of engineering style things. So if we have to build things or design things, I kind of would think that is probably my forte. And then initially me and James had a chat at a local pub, which is where we came up with about 4 or 5 ideas, and then James mentioned this one, and we just kind of thought, no, that is the right one, because of basically you just sold me on it within about 2 minutes. So maybe you should be the salesman. But yeah, to be fair, that's one thing I actually think would be good to go into, is kind of how you sell it the metaverse. How do you sell that at the moment? Because it's so difficult to describe and kind of get across to somebody, and the whole idea of selling is making it understandable for someone.
Well,
so I think that could probably a good little segue.
It could segue into Matty, couldn't it? Even though
and then obviously Matty's kind of more how you get it across to a client. So it works.
Yeah,
it's almost like yeah.
Come on,
yeah. Come on, wow!
We've done this. We've done this multiple times. Come on.
My background has always been creative. Do you know interesting about? I nearly did an apprenticeship.
Did you? In what?
I was going to do it in CAD.
Oh, CAD design. Yeah.
So that was
that would have been very handy. That would have been very handy.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have met you guys if I did that.
I'm sure you still would have, because you know bloody everybody.
If I had done that was at high school. I was going to leave high school and
go. Oh wow! Yeah, straight into it.
So I wouldn't have done college. I wouldn't have done
foundation. What was that with a big? So was that like with BAE Rolls Royce?
Senator.
Ah.
It was very much on the cards, but I ended up doing what I've done, which was graphics.
Yep.
Graphics. I was on the foundation course with James, and then went on to do graphics at Nottingham, which was better than London. I'm not gonna lie.
He would know because he went as well. He did apply.
I did apply,
and he did get an offer.
Yeah, from Chelsea. I didn't want to spend the money. It's too expensive, James.
Well, I was only there for 2.5 years.
Yeah. But yeah. And now I'm designing. I've been a vital part to lots of different aspects of the business. I've pushed forward different aspects of our production. I've pushed forward different aspects of our strategy. And
your more strategic side, right?
Yeah, and pushed forward some of those services that we want to develop.
You've pushed forward how to communicate the services.
Yeah, then structured it a little bit.
Yeah,
I think is the big thing.
Yeah, you've given it more structure.
But yeah, what we're talking about. Yeah,
we're talking about you.
Communicate the metaverse.
Try and break it down into simple-ish terms that people can understand.
I think you could probably try and start with referencing things.
Mm-hmm.
So you could try.
Yeah, I mean,
the thing is, you can try and reference the Matrix. You can try and reference The Sims. You can try and reference Ready Player One.
Just other games as well. In general.
What?
You're taking it. Go.
What there? Go there, as in there.
Go.
Yeah,
but I don't like
AAA games.
Yeah.
How they have developed and pushed.
I mean,
how scanning has pushed games forward.
The way I communicate it is it's the cross between what we've grown up in with the. Oh no!
It'll be fine.
What's this?
What have you done?
It's still going.
I'll still record.
Yeah, it's what we've experience within the game industry and then also the social media industry, and it's kind of colliding them together into this wider space.
Well, it's not as simple as just those two things. Again, it's very difficult to communicate something that is a complete.
And then also crypto.
But crypto
verification.
That is what makes the metaverse, though. That is what gives it actual true tangibility.
Yeah,
in terms
mixed
of
reality.
value.
In terms
It's
of value,
monetary value.
How do we blend them together into this mixed
through
reality?
augmented reality and virtual reality? Those two ways
and then
of
crypto
accessing it.
verification within the physical and digital.
Yeah, but
everything will be verified.
Everything. Well, it's basically they're trying to get to the point where they've replicated everything they can from the physical world, both in a societal and civilizational and environmental manner, digitally, essentially. So by societal,
basically,
I mean
creating a digital Earth and digital
people.
and
So you can start there.
societies and
Finance systems,
and it's basically just a digital
governmental
world
structures,
of what we
restructure and
experience.
everything.
Yeah, of what we experience on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
With governments, money, housing,
Digital organisations,
all this sort of stuff. Everything that you'd experience in the normal world, basically transferred into a digital
format.
That's the idea, and you would access that via augmented or virtual reality. Those are
it's the
big
pass-through
things.
of what we experience day to day.
So what it enables is true creativity in all forms, the ability to break away from a hierarchical government system which exists in the Western world.
You can be a bit
through
you
democracy.
can be a bit decentralized.
An
and a bit
empire.
more
An empire? Not an empire. What's it called? What the Romans did?
colonized.
No, they didn't. It was a form of structure. An imperial
Republic.
A republic. It's basically.
Go through everyone.
I know, right,
Until you
guys?
stumble
Sorry.
across the right-
The point is, it enables true experimentation with forms of societal structures. So, for example, one of those would be a DAO. That's one of the new experimentations. It's one example of evident change that's happening in regards to what will become the metaverse. Because really, we are in the metaverse, but it's just not fleshed out to the point of what people in the game and have skin in the game perceive it to become.
Have you seen the Julian Assange DAO has just currently rose 6.2 million to try and free him?
As in raised?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, there you go. It's things like that.
Yeah. Do we like WikiLeaks?
Do we like WikiLeaks?
Yeah. Julian Assange?
I mean, in principle, that's it's about transparency, right?
Yeah.
That's what crypto is about. That's what the metaverse will be about. Albeit, you're going to have, people's flaws who will want to hide as much as they possibly can at times. Something like a DAO is about transparency, isn't it? Crypto is about transparency.
Being open with the communities and driving forward the business through input.
Yeah. I think for the meantime, because it's still in its infancy, you still get a lot of growth from the people as per se. But you're finding that a lot of the big corporate conglomerates are starting to get involved with it. And they will push it in the direction that they want to push it in.
And ultimately, it's a case at the moment of throwing 100 things at the wall and seeing what sticks. And basically, it's a case of we will see which large corporation manages to make the successful version of the metaverse that everyone will trend to. Whether that's through a Steve Jobs style marketing, or whether that's a pure innovation and people community.
Or community. We have World DAO.
Exactly.
World DAO will push forward.
World DAO. Brilliant.
World DAO will push forward the metaverse.
What happens when Mars DAO comes into existence?
Oh my god. But you could be a part of Mars DAO even while stood on Earth.
I don't know about that. I don't know if your passport
would that let you? Your digital passport that you have?
NFT passport, don't you mean? Oh. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah. There you go. It's a wrap.
Let's wrap it up.
It's a wrap.
This has been Grounded Reality. We are grounded in reality and realities.
Realities, and how many realities can you say in one sentence?
So cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Go and check out the rest of our podcasts.
And check out Sairo.
In general.
In
Again, talking
found
about social
on
medias.
all good podcasting platforms. Check out Sairo.uk on all major social media platforms.
And also our website.
Oh, what's that?
That is Sairo.uk.
So that's what I'm
Oh.
saying. It's
www.sairo.uk.
What about
Ooh.
HTTP
Oh, dude.
Oh.
//
Yeah.
That's it. Thanks
Come on-
very much
Come
for
and
your
watch
time.
some more Metaverse stuff with us. I don't know what we'll be talking about next, but
If
We'll
you
come
like
up
our
with
approach
grounded
to it,
reality.
then yes, stick around.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We're a bit less formal than most podcasts, but I like
I hope
it that
you're
way.
informed
Informally.
casually.
You're informed
Casually
informally.
informed.
That's
Yeah.
it. Left to right,
Thank
goodbye.
you.
Bye.